joining me on Thursday night demo night. Last week I had asked a question. I had this humongous zucchini summer squash out of the garden, asked everybody to comment what it was. The consensus was that it was a yellow zucchini. So that being said, that's what we're going to use tonight. Hi Chuck, how are you? So I've done a couple of things. I've cut it into rounds. This was the skinnier end of the zucchini that I used, and we're going to do it into like a pizza bite. I've also hollowed out the rest of the zucchini, and you can cut this in half and you could stuff it. So first off, we are going to do 3 different types. We're going to do a cheeseburger one, we're going to do a barbecue chicken one, and we're going to do a bruschetta. So I'm going to start by just putting some herb and garlic, sea salt on the zucchini rounds. Another tip I'd like to share with you is that you can adjust the coarseness of the pepper or salt or whatever you put the grinder on just by turning this. It becomes coarser or finer. So if you put this on your old Canada and you wanted it to be a heavier grind, a thicker grind, you can certainly do that. I'm also going to use some of our turmeric and pepper on them. Hi Jill, how are you? So first off, I'm going to do the cheeseburger. So I'm going to put on the base our Big Burger sauce, which is our variation of a Big Mac sauce. So to make this, you combine 2 tablespoons of the mix, a cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and a tablespoon of relish. You can cut that down however you like. I happen to have some of it already made up and in the fridge, so I'm just going to put this on top of the zucchini round. The salt is making the water come out of the zucchini. So that's done, and then I'm going to top it with some hamburger that I had cooked last night. We had grilled burgers up, so I'm just going to put some hamburger on the top of it. I am going to cut up a pickle, a dill pickle. I'm going to use our handy paring knife. I don't know if you guys can see that. It slices through this very easy. And basically you could top this however you wanted. Just bring this back in. So we've got Big Burger sauce, hamburger that was left over from last night. I am going to sprinkle some of our burger seasoning on top of this as well. And then I'm just going to add some cheese. The sliders that I had made last night, I didn't put the burger sauce into it because I wanted to add them to the top of this. And then I've just got some grated Colby Jack cheese here that I'm just going to add to the top. So that is our first zucchini round done. The next one we're going to do is a barbecue chicken. So here, I'll show you, there we go, the cheeseburger one. So I have made up some barbecue sauce. And to make this one, you stir a tablespoon of the mix into a cup of ketchup with 2 tablespoons of vinegar or lemon juice. I happen to use red wine vinegar because that's what I had in my cupboard. So I'm just going to put this on the next round, like so. And if you didn't like zucchini, you could easily do this on a French loaf bread and do it that way. I made some barbecue chicken, or some popcorn chicken, I'm sorry, in my air fryer earlier. So I'm just going to cut up the chicken, again, using our paring knife. There's no rhyme or reason how to cut it. You just want it in bite-sized pieces so it doesn't fall off the zucchini round. Put it on there, and then I'm going to top this one with mozzarella cheese. So there we go, 2 of the rounds done. And then the last one, I am going to use bruschetta. So I went out to the garden and I picked some tomatoes. I added the seasoning to it, and I probably put in just over a tablespoon of it, and then I have some chives in the garden, so I cut those up and put some olive oil in it, and I've made up this bruschetta. That just smells amazing. Hi Bela, glad you could join us tonight. So then I'm just going to spoon that on the last zucchini round. And I'm going to finish that up with some more of the mozzarella cheese. And there you have it. There's our zucchini rounds done. Now I have these, as you noticed, there they all are on our round. I'm using our bacon roll quarter sheet pan. These are handy. They clean up so well. It's amazing. You just basically run them under water, put them in a soapy sink. You could actually put them in the dishwasher. I never have because I use them all the time. So I'm going to pop these into a 425 oven, and they will be cooking for approximately about 20 minutes. I just checked the zucchini by putting a fork into it to see if it's done. So I'm going to pop these into the oven right now. They'll be about 20 minutes. I experimented earlier and tried it in the steamer, and I tried it in the air fryer, but the recipe that I had was for the oven, so we went back to that. So I'd like to show you what they look like, because I actually made some earlier and just popped them out. So here they are. This is our cheeseburger one here. This is the bruschetta, and that is the barbecue chicken. Like I said, this meal, it cooked for about 20 minutes. Prep time was probably between 5 and 10, to be honest, so it was a little bit longer than some of them, but if you've got zucchini in your garden and you need to use it up, this is the way to do it. Like I said, the bigger part of it, I had actually taken and hollowed it out, so I can cut this in half. You could put a buffalo chicken into that and bake it in the oven. That would be delicious. The possibilities are absolutely endless. I'm just going to check to see if anybody has any questions. The other thing you can do with zucchini is grate it and then add it into baking. So if you took our sweet banana bread muffin and it calls for 3/4 of a cup of banana, you could use some banana and some zucchini. So it's another great way to use up your zucchini that you've got. So I think that about wraps it up, unless anybody has any questions. That's all I have. So thank you so much for joining me for Thursday night demo night. I appreciate everybody coming on. Next week I am going to showcase our mac and cheese. I haven't done this. It's something that we use all the time, and I'm going to use it in a different way than what's on the package. So I want you to think, when you're using our products, you don't have to follow the directions on the back. You can use whatever's in your pantry, in your fridge, in your freezer, and make a meal come together, ready in 20 minutes. Thanks everybody. See you next Thursday night. Bye.